Hey everybody, Dawn McGee, your nutrition evangelist here. I like to put the fun back into being healthy. I work with women who have decided that it is time to make their health a priority and they need a little bit of guidance on where to get started and to help them along on that journey. All month long in July, we are talking about self-care and how self-care is more than just a day at the spa. You may have seen my title on today's video and how self-care is like ice cream. And you may be wondering how that all comes to play together. And so I'll tell you a little story. Yesterday, my son got his bottom braces on, and if you remember back to those days, or you've got kiddos who have just gone through that, you may remember that's not so pleasant, right? And so dinner last night was mostly ice cream, and it made me think that, well, you know what he really needed yesterday for self-care was some ice cream. And even taking that a step further, there are so many different kinds out there, and self-care is a lot like that. We got to the ice cream counter at JP Licks. If you're in the Boston area, you may know what great ice cream they make, and there are so many choices out there, and there are different choices for everybody, and your self-care is not going to look like what my self-care looks like, and my self-care is not going to look like what my son's self-care looks like. His almost always involves some ice cream and chocolate, to be perfectly honest with you. Mine may involve sitting outside and reading a book with a glass of wine and some yummy munchies. Or it may look like taking a walk when the weather is as picture perfect as it is today. And I know that the weather has been up and down all over the country. Rainy in New England, hot, fiery on the West Coast. But today in the Northeast, we have a picture perfect day. So if you are here and getting outside and getting some fresh air really helps to improve your perspective on things like it does for me, then I would encourage you to take advantage of that. That is my next stop after today's video, is to head outside for a gloriously long walk. So self-care, like ice cream, right? What flavor resonates with you? For me, for ice cream, it's chocolate chip cookie dough most of the time. For my son, it's brownie batter. For my husband, it's mint chocolate chip or Oreo cookies and cream. And self-care is just like that. What kind of self-care lights you up? There is no one size fits all approach. Very much like everything else I talk about, it's super important for you to take a look in the mirror and say, hey, what's going to bring me joy today? What's going to put a smile on my face? What is going to make the difference in how I go through the rest of my day? And then do that. Do what lights you up in a way that makes you feel good. That's self-care. It's taking care of your needs. And so I hope that was helpful today. If you have any questions, please tag me in the comments. I'm happy to brainstorm with you. If you are not already part of my group, Never Diet Again, I would love for you to come join us and have more conversations like this. And keep an ear out for some exciting announcements in August, where we're launching our 21-day reset. And then in September, our next perfect pairings. And in October, another beer dinner for Oktoberfest. So I hope you'll join us for all or some of those, because for me, having the fun and the food and the social is part of my self-care. So until next week, what I hope for you, as always, is that you live a life you love without being hungry, feeling deprived, or giving up your glass of wine with dinner. Until then, ciao.